So Logan Paul's Prime company is getting sued, and it's kind of an interesting situation that I want to go ahead and talk about today. But before we get into the video, I want to go ahead and shout out everyone that you see on your screen for following me on Twitter. If you want a shout out, then all you gotta do is follow me on Twitter. That's really about it. Alright, so this lawsuit actually started in August of 2023 and is still currently ongoing at the time of making this video. The lawsuit alleged that Prime had 3 times the amount of PFOs and forever chemicals than what you should be consuming in your whole lifetime. For those that don't know what forever chemicals are chemicals where if your body ingests them, then your body has a hard time removing those chemicals and they stay in your body. This can cause cancer and other health side effects, so not really good allegations for a drink company to be having. The lawsuit also alleged that this drink was being marketed towards kids and teens, which is a very fair allegation. Like, take a look at Logan Paul's audience. Like, I guarantee you most people that support Logan Paul have the maturity level of a 12-year-old. The lawsuit would be pretty much unknown until this guy here by the name of TommyTheLawyer made a video series about it, and this video series went absolutely viral and became very popular. Tommy in the video claimed a kid also got leukemia from drinking Prime.
I never thought that Logan Paul and Forever Chemicals would be in the same sentence, but there's actually a class action lawsuit against Prime Energy and Prime Hydration, which are energy drinks and sports drinks that were made by a company called Prime Energy, owned by Logan Paul. And one of the allegations is that Prime Hydration has PFOS and PFOs, forever chemicals, in them. So this is an ongoing lawsuit, and our office was actually recently contacted by a young boy who has leukemia after drinking Prime Hydration, and PFOs and PFAs have been linked to specific types of cancers.
As a consequence, a lot of people made TikTok videos discussing this lawsuit. Some people made tweets, and some people even claimed that they might even start their own lawsuit because they would drink Prime. The next day, Logan Paul drops a response video on TikTok addressing the allegations and the lawsuit.
Not only is there a lawsuit against Logan Paul's company Prime for there being PFOs, which are forever chemicals, in the Prime Hydration drink.
All right, let's talk about this. First off, anyone can sue anyone at any time. That does not make the lawsuit true, and in this case, it is not. There's claims that PFOS or forever chemicals come from plastic. So in this case, they're not talking about the actual drink, the liquid Prime. They're talking about the bottle that Prime is manufactured in. This ain't a rinky-dink operation. We use the top bottle manufacturers in the United States. All of your favorite beverage brands, Coke, Pepsi, Tropicana, Dr. Pepper, they use these companies. If the product is served in plastic, they make a bottle for them. Accordingly, we follow Title 21 for the Code of Regulations for PET and all other types of bottles. The products are manufactured by our company in a manner compliant with all pertinent and current good manufacturing practices by the United States Food and Drug Administration. All of our suppliers use GMP facilities. But let's say they're talking about the drink itself. Here's where their argument really falls apart. Pay attention.
But according to the testing done by one of the lawyers for the plaintiff...
Whoa! Hold it! You saw Goodman or Walter White, brother, because this little study that was conducted by a lawyer is absolute bullshit. They're claiming that Prime has 0.06 ppt, parts per trillion. But that's interesting because the EPA says that anything under 1.1 ppt cannot be deemed as reasonably accurate, meaning they don't have the right tools or resources to even prove what they're claiming. Are you following this? It means the detection limit is 66 times more than what they're claiming we have in our drink. And that's just the detection limit. Your own state will not even take action unless it's over 40 parts per trillion. So we don't even think this information is factual, but for the sake of this conversation, let's continue.
In one Prime Hydration drink, they found 3 times the amount of PFOs that you should consume in drinking water in your life.
We have a very big multi-million-dollar filter that filters the water from the state. Water you drink at home, water provided by the state before we make it into Prime. If this claim about PFOs and PFAs is true, what is that saying about your state water? Then, according to their website, the Environmental Protection Agency's recommendation is using one of 3 tactics to remove as many PFOS and PFAS as possible. Activated carbon, ion exchange treatment, and reverse osmosis. Well, we do 2 out of the 3 of those to clean the state's water before it even becomes Prime. We don't think these numbers are factual, and we're not the only only one who caught this.
The level that was reportedly found was below the limit of detection, and if that even was the level, it is still 66 times lower than the recently established federal maximum contaminant level of 4 parts per trillion for PFOS.
For customer safety, we retain samples of every single batch of Prime that has ever come off the production line. So if/when this plaintiff wants to come forward with a production number, we will retain samples from that batch and conduct our own independent study. We're putting out better for you products. Meanwhile, our competitors are on the cusp of getting banned in the United States. The #1 sports drink in the world just had SKUs banned in California for using dyes linked to cancer. That is a fact. It already happened. The difference with us is one person conducted a random study and has provided zero evidence to substantiate any of their claims. Do y'all remember a while back when they said that the FDA was investigating Prime? It never happened. They never called us because we follow every single guideline and regulation. So Tommy the TikTok lawyer, 4 videos in, man, farm those views, get those likes, and get a haircut while you're at it. We'll accept an apology within the next 48 hours, otherwise you're gonna be representing yourself in a miserable courtroom for lying about our brand.
Immediately after Logan Paul drops his response video, the tide started turning in his favor, which is incredible, by the way, but I will go ahead and talk about that later. So, as a consequence of all this happening, Tommy the Lawyer ends up deleting all of his videos related to Prime, and today he goes ahead and drops this response video.
So as some of you know, and when I say some, I mean about 30 million, I did a video about a week ago talking about a class action lawsuit that was filed against Prime Hydration, which is partly owned by Logan Paul. And in that lawsuit, they alleged that there are forever chemicals, PFOS and PFAS, in the Prime Hydration drink. And that video got like over 16 million views. And then several days later, I think yesterday, Logan Paul did a video responding to me that got, I think he's got like 13 million views at this point. So as I've been reflecting and looking at the onslaught of comments that I've gotten, that Logan's gotten, it honestly made me think that I think this might be a good lesson for all of us on social media, that sometimes it's okay to pause, it's okay to reevaluate things, and it's okay to check your position. That doesn't make you weak, that doesn't make you wrong. And the truth of the matter is that Logan Paul is a young, gritty entrepreneur, and I respect him because I know, just like he knows, when you're young and you do too well too quick, what happens is you get targets on your back. And in all seriousness, I respect Logan Paul. I think he's a fierce defender of his product, and guess what? It's going to play out in court, and if he's right, then Prime should and will prevail. And I look forward to having more dialogue about this issue. It's so easy to get wrapped up in the he said, she said, and then it gets painted as a black and white issue. But the truth of the matter is that I was reporting on a lawsuit that had been filed. I don't personally have any facts or any evidence that the lawsuit references. I was simply reporting on what the lawsuit alleged. But with that said, Logan, I'm sorry, brother. I am. But I ain't cutting my hair.
So here's my overall opinion on this. First things first, Logan has definitely improved on his response video game. It has improved since 2018 because the one in 2018, that wasn't good. That was probably one of the worst YouTube apologies on the platform before she took that title over, right? The video itself was insanely good, right? Logan did a good job refuting all of the claims that Tommy made and all the allegations were going around. In fact, I'm going to say that Prime has a good chance on winning against the lawsuit. I just feel like that, hey, they're going to do a good job defending themselves in court, and I think that they're going to win. For Tommy's video, Tommy says that he was just reporting the news. I feel like that wasn't really truthful at all. But the rest of the video was really good in my own opinion. And I'm glad to see that Tommy has apologized. He's easily better than half of the creators that get into drama because a lot of them just don't apologize or they don't change. I'm glad to see that Tommy apologized and clarified what he meant. That is awesome. Thank you so much for doing that, bro. I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, then please consider liking the video. And if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to the Joey Gaming YouTube channel. You can always unsubscribe in the future.